things never quite work out how you thought they would. You know, plans are really, you can make a plan, you can set intentions, but in terms of the executing them with any exactitude is kind of a waste of time, because things are quite random and chaotic, and the fact that we're here now is all by we're all in on the joke, really, aren't we? When really things are really quite random, and I think that's quite freeing in some ways. I used to think that was quite scary. It's actually quite freeing. It never really feels like I leave it, really, because I'm always kind of dipping my toe in and doing something. And, you know, I try to work to a schedule that also allows me to be a decent husband and parent. You'd have to ask my wife if I'm doing that. But finding the balance between family and your working life is always something you have to continue to work out. Yeah, definitely different, because I think, you know, when I was 24 and touring, I didn't go home for 2 years. My friends and family would come and see me. But now, you know, I have a home, and I've set down strong roots, and I have responsibilities which I take very seriously. So I try to develop a schedule that is respectful of that. It's not easy, but it does mean coming home more. It means that I don't go away for long periods of time. You know, you'll notice there are gaps between a lot of the shows, and during that time I'll go home. No. I think there was, obviously I had that time, but you know, life goes in phases. I think, you know, as a parent, there is you know, you think, well, it means that I can't suddenly go to Bali tomorrow. But I mean, when did you didn't necessarily do that all the time when you were single anyway? No, I don't miss it. I love the life I have now. Yeah. Well, FaceTime is a wonderful thing, but also I think, as I said, because I'm away for very short bursts of time, it doesn't feel unmanageable. It feels like something I can manage because I know I'll see them in a couple of nights. It's good to have a kind of sense of your own, where actually sometimes you are just totally in control of what you're doing and nothing else, because I think sometimes responsibility just in 100% of the time can feel quite full on, and so there are those moments where you're away, you think, oh, I don't have to put anyone's socks on, or I don't have to find anyone's shoes or something. But you know, also with that comes quite a bit of guilt as well, you know, because you realise that someone else is taking care of that and they're not getting to do what you're doing. So it's a double-edged sword, really. And I don't quite, the honest answer is I don't quite know how I feel about that, because, you know, sometimes with that freedom you think, well, then someone else is dealing with that, and that's not fair. I think if you can rage and set fires to things in your mind whenever you want, you just need to be open to it. So, you know, some days for me, I'll take the kids to school and then I'll go into the studio, and then I know that I finish at 3 to go and pick them up, and I can get plenty done then. Well, I'm definitely going to have a nap this afternoon because I didn't have a lot of sleep last night. Beyond that, I want to make this tour great. Whilst it seems like you're only working for an hour and a half, just making sure your voice is really working properly, the gigs are at a really high level.